All right. Good morning, Partners for Stennis. I'm Ann Petrie, and I'm the Marketing and Communications Manager for Partners for Stennis and Michoud. And we're coming to you with a brief commentary about yesterday's events. It was a super exciting day for Hancock County and for Stennis Space Center with the successful test of the rocket engines for the SLS core stage. So we've got our chairman, Mark Glorioso, and the general manager of Aerojet Rocketdyne, Mike McDaniel, with us, and they're going to give us their thoughts on yesterday's events and what that means for our community. Mark?
Thank you, Ann. And again, good morning, Michael. It's great to see you again. You asked about my thoughts. I sat there and watched the thing and was just amazed about the power and amazed about the future of what NASA is about to embark upon. But let me go to Michael because you were right there at the scene. What was the mood like around the test right before, during, and after, Michael?
Oh, well, thank you, Mark, and hi, Ann, and good morning to both of you. It was I was at the viewing area, which is pretty close to the core stage test stand, and really, this test sequence went right on schedule, and everything was working, no issues. The countdown was going as it should. And so the excitement around the viewing area, we had astronauts there. I think I counted 5 astronauts that were actually on site. And then we had a lot of our elected officials and their staff there seeing this. So it was a lot of excitement in the air, and it was a beautiful day. Nice little breeze coming in, and so it wasn't the typical hot, humid day that we see. So, but it was just we couldn't have asked for a prettier day, and couldn't ask for a more perfect test of the 4 engines and the core stage.
It looks like you got a little sun while you were out there too.
I actually did. I was kidding. My wife was kidding with me. I have a different suntan line. Was wearing my mask the whole time in the viewing area, which is outside, and watching the test, and so I have a tan line from here up, and so it's a little more of an unusual, but it's a good tan line. So.
That's excellent. So what is next? I always like to ask you what's next for the core stage and for you guys specifically at Aerojet Rocketdyne.
Well, right now the engines, it was a successful test, and that was absolutely all 4 engines started in sequence as it should. Ran its full duration test series and safe shutdown. So right now, all the core stage is being powered down. The engine controllers have been powered down. The core stage is the tanks inside the core stages are being warmed up. Our engines are being warmed up because, of course, we're using liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, both cryogenics, and so they get very cold hardware. And then we're going to start the drying sequence right now on those engines. There's moisture inside the engines because hydrogen and oxygen produce water. And so when we want to completely dry the engines and then secure them, and then what's next for us then is to just look at the data of the engines, which should be about 3 days. We get a quick look data today. Expect no issues, because during the whole 8 minutes there was no we call them FIDs, but no red lines or any anomalies during the performance of the engines. And then it takes the engineers tons of data, about 17 terabytes of data. And that's huge. And so they'll take about 3 days to review that data, make sure everything's in its parameters, which we expect it will be. And then from that point on, we're supporting Boeing and NASA to get those engines secured and inside the core stage, the covers put on the ports. And then within about a month or so, we expect that the core stage will leave Stennis and go to Kennedy. And the next step at that point is that core stage will be integrated with the solids and the Orion capsule. And the next time those engines fire, we'll be launching it's the Artemis 1 mission. And so it's a still exciting year and still a lot of work to do, but couldn't be prouder of the SLS team, the Boeing team, the NASA team, the Aerojet Rocketdyne team, all the support contractors that supports making this a very successful test. And just a lot of hard work, and to see those engines in that core stage perform, just couldn't be prouder of the team. And of course, as you in your lead in, Hancock County, Mississippi, and the nation. And it's one proud moment for all. So, but that's what's next.
But there were a lot of high fives.
Yes, there was a lot of clapping, cheering, and very, very exciting.
Yeah, we clapped and cheered where we were. And I know I've spoken to several of my colleagues that I used to work with when I was out there, and everybody has the same reaction: extreme excitement, ready to launch, ready to go. Let's get this thing onto the moon. It's big news for us, especially at NASA and here in Hancock County. Any closing remarks, Michael, before we head out?
Well, again, it's been about 6 years in the making, because we had to NASA had to refurbish that test stand to be able to handle that kind of thrust loads, and get all the systems, all the avionics, all the cabling, everything ready to ensure that when we test this engines and the core stage, that we are doing everything we can do to ensure the safety of our astronauts, the safety and reliability of the future missions. And so this is, again, it's just a very proud moment. And we just want to thank the team. It's not something that any one group can do. It takes everyone performing at their A game. And that's what happened yesterday. And it's just a great success.
Thank you again, Michael, for your time today. And I'll turn it back to you for any closing remarks.
All right. Well, thank you both for joining us this morning. Again, just want to extend a heartfelt and sincere congratulations to Stennis. It was a beautiful test yesterday. I was watching the live stream here at the chamber offices in downtown Bay St. Louis, and I'm telling you, my heart skipped a beat once we got to the 4-minute mark. Anyway, yes. This is a tremendous moment in the history of our area, and can't thank you enough, and can't thank the team enough for all the hard work that you put into it. Congratulations.
Thank you.